Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to the channel. Today we have the Leopard 1. As most of you know already, this is my favourite tank in the game. Now, the Leopard 1 video has been requested from Hot Rocks Calabi, one of my patrons. He's just got the tank and he wanted a video. But with it being my favourite tank, I mean, I've done a few videos on the Leopard 1. But with it being my favourite tank in the game, I could not reject that opportunity to make another video. So the Leopard 1 is actually a very difficult tank to play. It's not as straightforward as your Object 140s or your T62s or T22s because it hasn't got that armour. What it has got is speed, gun depression and accuracy. The accuracy on this thing is one of the best in the game. I think it's either the same as the T62 or might be a little bit worse, but I believe it's the same. But it's the gun. The gun is just so good. And that's why I love this tank so much, because the pen's good, the alpha's good, the speed of the tank is just amazing, and with it not having no armor, it makes you play a little bit different. You can't just rush in like you do the Object 140s and the T62s, T54s, etc. You have to play it very cautious, and you have to know where the big tanks on the enemy team are. Otherwise, you're just going to get absolutely wrecked. Now, this is probably one of the only tanks in the game that I can just roll out and I'll probably get a mastery within sort of 5 to 10 battles, because the gameplay just suits me down to the ground. You can play on the ridge lines, you can poke in and out. The reload, I mean, 5.5 seconds. The DPM is 3,500. It's literally on point with those Object 140s, T62s, because it has the higher alpha damage. I mean, 5.5 seconds reload for 350, 360 alpha is just amazing. The speed, I mean, over 60 kilometers an hour. It's just such a fun tank to play for me. Now, we've got 2 more battles for you, and these 3 battles were literally back to back to back. They're all 3 in a row. So the first game we did just over 2k, I mean, nearly 3k damage. Nothing too good. But these next 2 battles, I mean, they're not massive damage, but we do play it really, really well. So we are going to spot, and we spot most of the enemy team, and here comes the Leopard on the enemy team. Now, the Leopard, as I've said, has 0 armor. So I could have actually shot HE at the side of that Leopard, which would have gave me a bigger advantage over him, because at the moment we are just literally hit point trading. So we're going to reload. We literally hit point trading, but I am winning. He is now a one shot, and he's actually only took me down to 1,000. So he's took 900 hit points from me, and I've took 1,600 from him. Now, the enemy are pushing. And we really need to take care of this E50M. He's a big, dangerous target for us. He's got really good armor. He can ram us to death, and we finish him off with a high roll. So now what we want to do here, my teammate in the middle there, he's getting rushed by 3 separate tanks, 3 big tanks as well. So I want to get the hell out of there. So we're now on 3,000 damage, and what we wanted to do, there goes the Foch 155. We're just going to reset our camo, and then we're going to come in at a different direction. So, and that's the best thing about this tank. With the speed, you can get around places really, really quickly. And it's actually 5.9 second reload, not 5.5. It's 5.5 when you have the adrenaline. So still 5.9 seconds is better than most other mediums, except for those Russian mediums. Now, we're just going to farm some damage on this Moishin while the E100 is face hugging him, taking his attention. He is a one shot, and we are going to poke forward and get rid of him. The penetration on this is actually I think it's one of the best in mediums. Gun depression, I think it's around 10 degrees of gun depression, so it has really nice gun depression. Unfortunately, we don't manage to HE that 263. When you're hull down, I mean, you're not going to get bounced. You can't rely on bounces. I have a few times bounced a couple of Death Stars on my turret, but that's just, it's not going to happen every day. It's luck if you bounce at all, any kind of bounce, and it's not often that you are going to get block damage. So you've got to take that into account, that doesn't matter how good the enemy player is, they are going to pen you. And that is why I like the gameplay of this, and I like the gameplay of tanks like Batchats and the Grills, because they've got no armor, and it requires a little bit of thinking. Now, that battle we finish on 4,800 damage, was a first class, and we're going to go into the third battle on Canal. So it is Supremacy, and it's 2 mediums versus 2 mediums pretty much. So I head towards D, and we have got the standard B with me. So I'm just paying attention to see what he's doing. And as soon as I see him going up that hill, I'm on my own. I'm on my own. Most of my team are going towards C, and a couple are going towards A. So I'm not going to push straight in at the moment. We're going to see if we can spot any of those mediums. And the first tank we spot is the FV4202. Now, that is a tank that we should be scared of. We don't want to be getting shot, especially if he has Hesh. We definitely don't want to be getting shot from him, trading shots, because he can just shoot me with Hesh all over. Anywhere on my tank, he can just shoot me with Hesh. So we still want to go that hold down game. Don't want to get too close at the moment, but because he's not rushing me, I'm thinking, right, he's not that great of a player. So I'm not going to go towards D at the moment. My team have spotted the enemy team going towards A, so I'm now going to get some shots in on the Death Star. He's my biggest target, and he's gone. Minute in the game, the biggest worry for me is out of the game. So that is what you've got to do. You need to pay attention on the minimap. The minimap with this tank is absolutely vital. You need to know where those tanks are, especially the TDs, the big TDs. So now we're just going to farm some damage at the side of the Conqueror, and the FV4202 is pushing, and he doesn't shoot me with Hesh, but now my standard B has come to help me. So I'm going to let him go first, let him take the shots, and I'm just going to come around and then just get some damage without getting shot in return. So we get the kill, we're on 2 kills, and we're on 2,200 damage, and we've only been shot 1 time. So that's not bad hit point trading. So we get a shot on that E100 on the bottom plate. We're going to hopefully get another one, but it goes straight under his hull. And it's now 5 versus 4. Now I'm trying to bait a shot there, and we do bait a shot. You got to be very, very careful when you try and bait a shot, because as I've said, you've got no armor, and especially from an E100, it's not good trying to bait a shot, especially if they are good players, because they're not going to get sucked in, and they are going to shoot when they can. So the E100 pokes down, and we do get a shot into him, and now it's a 5-on-4. I want to take care of this E100. So we're going to try and get some shots in on his turret. Unfortunately, because of his angle, we do bounce, but he's just shot and he's just missed. So now I am going to just rush him. My teammate is with me, and we're just going to get around him. And this is what I mean. Even drifting there, it just looks really, really good. And we're just going to get close. And at this point, we don't want to be shot, because it's still a 5-on-4. Anything can still happen. So we do manage to, again, to take him out without getting shot in return. And there's only now 3 tanks left. We're on 3.9k damage. We didn't cap that base D. I didn't think there was any need to cap the base. We are winning. We have got a base, and now I can just farm some free damage pretty much. So the Leopard PTA rushes in. He is a 1-shot. We do take care of him. And all that's left now is an IS-8. So he is going to get spotted just to our left, and he is full hit points. So I'm on 4,100 damage. We are going to get a troll bounce, because the IS-8, I'm going to be doing a video on the IS-8, because the IS-8 hasn't got great armor. It hasn't got great armor for a Russian heavy. What it has got is such troll armor, and the RNG on that tank is just insane. So that, guys, is the Leopard. Also, give me your feedback about the sound. I have finally a new mic. a more expensive mic, so hopefully it does sound a lot better. But I hope you enjoyed that. Paul, that video is for you. I'm Meadsy69, and I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.